She's continued to mentor and coach so many others all around the world, enabling them to achieve success of their own. Please have your pens and paper ready, or your phones, whatever you choose, because you will hear so many golden nuggets of wisdom. Please give a huge welcome to Jamie.
Now, I want to take just a few minutes of your time to share with you some thoughts and ideas about how you're going to not only finish this year strong, but start next year with literally sprinting out of the starting blocks. You know, one of the things I've learned in building my business is that we need to embrace what we call impending events. We need to embrace the ability to communicate what's coming and never take our foot off the gas because of seasonal ups and downs. You see, how you finish this year will be exactly how you start the next one. And I want you to think about that, because most people think that in December it's time to slow down. It's time to take their foot off the pedal. It's time to coast into the new year. But I'm here to tell you exactly that it's not that at all. This is a time where you need to really consider what you want your December to look like. Because this is where the leaders will separate themselves from the average every year. Now, who wants to be a leader? Who wants to be average? Me. It's not regular money because you don't want to be average. So the way that you finish this year will determine what happens next year. So December is not a pause month, it's a launch pad. Let's be honest. Something really weird happens in the UK as we run into the Christmas period. People think that December can be a tricky month. People are busy, they get distracted, they are in holiday mode. And yes, some of the people that you speak to might say no to the business now. But that is no, not in a rejection way. It is no, not now. I'm busy, I've got my focus on other things. They're not saying never, they're just saying not now. And that's your opportunity. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, how do you show up in December? Now you have to be honest, because if you want to build a business of any value, you have to be honest to yourself. How do I show up in December? Do I go into holiday mode? Do I say it's Christmas? Do I use that as an excuse? Now I'm not going to ask you to put your hand up and say, yes, that is me. But you need to honestly say, yeah, that is me. Or you need to say, it is me, but I'm prepared to change. Because if you are open enough and you are prepared to embrace change now, right now, going forward into the rest of the year, there's only about 5.5 weeks, 6 weeks ago, then what will happen next year in your business will you will accelerate and achieve beyond your wildest imagination. So think about it. The connections, the conversations, and the appointments that you schedule now will be your seedbed for the first quarter of next year. Every single conversation you have now accelerate your business in January. Think about that. When you put your business into momentum, it creates the most amazing ripple effects. And the magic begins to happen as you feed your business with energy and passion and belief and joy and fun. You've seen a lot of people walk across this stage today. They're having fun in building their business. They're not overthinking it, they're not complicating it, they're having fun, sharing the products and sharing the opportunity. So I want you to imagine December as your springboard. The harder and smarter that you push right now, the higher you will fly in January. And it's all about choices. So leaders keep going while others slow down. Leaders keep going when others slow down. And those that slow down don't understand the impact that slowing down has on the next 3 months. I want you to think of a giant windmill, a big giant windmill. And when you think of a giant windmill and you look at the sails of a windmill, you know the energy that Mother Nature has to feed into that windmill in order to get it to start going round. And as the wind gathers speed and the propellers gather speed, what happens is the wind can die down, but momentum is there and it will keep going round and round and round. And your business is like that. You have to launch your business into momentum. Think about that. Launch your business into momentum. This is not a time to slow down. This is not a time to take your foot off the gas. Raise your hand right now if you've ever been tempted to slow down in December. Be honest. Because the first point of growth is honesty in all that we do. It's normal. We all feel it. But here's the truth. Leaders, whether you're a brand new leader, an emerging leader, or an existing leader, we are prepared to do what other people are not prepared to do. And in doing that, we live the lives and enjoy the benefits that Forever has, that others look on and say, I wish I could be like them. And the difference between them and you and them, is that decision to say, I'm not going to wait for the perfect moment. I understand that consistent action is what I need to do in the month of December, because I know the compound effect that will have. You see, if you're going to wait to start your business on January 2nd, you are already behind. And I want, with all my heart, with all my passion, with all my being, I want for you to have 2026 as your greatest masterpiece yet. So December is not about hitting all of those huge targets. It's about building momentum. It's about staying visible, staying connected, staying on top of your activity and your commitments. But most importantly, it's about planning January right now. Not waiting, it's about planning it right now. So, what are we going to do in December to make sure we have an incredible start to the year? We're going to take practical actions by talking to people. And we're not going to say to ourselves, there's no point talking to anybody because no one's going to listen to me in December. That's what average Forever business owners do. But leaders step out of that mindset and say, I'm going to create many conversations right now, knowing that a lot of people might say no, but you know. It's only no today because of timing. And if you understand promoting the impending event, that no is a yes as we step into January. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. So you need to have those conversations, you need to leave those voice notes, you need to be able to answer all those questions that people are going to ask you. But you need to understand that your activity in December will give you the kickstart you need in January. So I want to talk to you about having a conversation, because for me, conversations come naturally. I know when I'm mentoring team members and I'm giving them ideas on what to say, they say to me, "Oh, Jane, you make it sound so easy." And here's the thing, it wasn't easy when I first started. You know, I was that person who had a whale in my mouth as my tongue. I didn't know what to say, how to say. Everything came out wrong. But there's one thing I did truly understand, and that is if you learn the art of casual conversation, the art of chit-chat, the art of engaging with people and asking questions and finding out about them, and then matching their pain points with the opportunity in forever, that you can begin to create some amazing connections. But I see more and more and more, especially in this world that we live in, where everybody's sitting on a mobile phone, sending messages instead of using their voice. I see more and more people fear conversation. And I'm here to tell you that more and more people want to hear your voice. They want to hear your energy. They want to hear your passion. And they don't know what you don't know. They don't know if you say something wrong. They don't know if you miss something out. They want you to make them feel good about their decisions. So if you're going to have a phone call with somebody, I love the phone, I'll pick up the phone and I'll talk to anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere, no problem. It wasn't like that on day one. But you only get comfortable by being uncomfortable and then learning how to communicate. So don't fear this. Just keep practicing. So if you're going to engage with anybody now, you're going to have a chat, how are you doing, how's the kids, how's the family, what do you think Christmas? It's what I call casual chit-chat. Asking questions. And then you'll get around to the reason for the call. And the reason for the call is because you want to invite that person to either take some information now or to come and join us on an amazing event that we're hosting here in the UK on Tuesday the 6th of January. Every single one of you needs to use this as an impending event. So when people are talking to you and they say, "I'm really busy," or "I've got no time right now," or "I've got so many other commitments," you go, "It's fine." I kind of thought that might be the response. However, we have the most amazing event on Tuesday the 6th of January at 8 p.m. It's just for 30 minutes. We're going to give you an overview of the company, the products and opportunity, and you're going to hear from some incredible people as to how they built a business with Forever. Can I put you down as my guest? And suddenly that "no, I'm too busy right now" becomes a "yeah, that's fine." Yes, that's fine. So your conversations are almost you expecting that someone might say, "I'm really busy, I've got this, I've got that, I've got the other." How many of you have been prospecting already and are already hearing that from your prospects? So now you know what to do. So now you can say, I need to be busy, I get that. However, I want to launch my business big time in the new year. I'm looking around for the people. I'd love to invite you on our big open evening on Tuesday, 6th of January. Can I put you down for a seat? Now, what that will enable you to do is then keep in contact, send messages, and make sure you confirm them a couple of days before the event. So you, potentially in this room, could have 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 people on that amazing BP we're going to do. So if anybody then is doubting whether they can do Athens, I'm telling you that if you work December properly, and you use the 6th of January properly, you could be recruiting 5, 10, 15 people that are all going to get started, and by the end of the month you could have done all that volume you need to qualify for Athens. Who wants to go to Athens? They need to understand what you need to do in December rather than waiting for January to come. This is a shorter example that you might use if you were sending a voice note. Please don't just send them oh, what do I do then? It's like, I've got the call down to a fine art Jamie, yeah, I can do that. And then suddenly someone goes, what is it? And you go, I don't know how to answer that question. Here's the thing. You can't do justice to forever in a 30, 60-second voice note or conversation. The whole essence is not to try and explain it there and then, but to try and get people to be excited about it so they'll come and take a look. So when people say to me, what is it? I just say, look, it's a home-based business that you can do part-time. And every day we're sharing health and wellness and lifestyle products that people truly love. Some started just to earn a little bit of extra money, like covering bills, and others grow it into a proper income that can really change their life and lifestyle. We've also got full training and support and help from an experienced team, so you can build at your pace with a company that's been around for decades and is trusted worldwide. Now you're probably looking at that and thinking, oh my gosh, but that is 20 seconds, 30 seconds when you practice it, practice it, practice it. And if they go, yeah, but what is it? You say, well, that's exactly why I want you to come and join us on the 6th of January. We'll go into more detail, come listen to my colleagues, my friends, find out some more information and take it from there. Now, you are going to get lots of objections thrown at you. And you need to be prepared. This needs to be your toolkit. You know, screenshot this, take it down, write it down, whatever, and then make it yours. But you need to understand that if you want to build a big business, you need to be able to answer the questions. Because people need response to the questions that they're thinking. So, if they say, I'm too busy now till after Christmas, you say, that's fine. I completely expected that. I would say, December's full on for everybody. And you say it in a relaxed way, whereby you are not contradicting them, you're actually agreeing with them. So they feel comfortable. And then you say, that's why I'm planning ahead. Because I know there's a huge amount of people like you. However, we've got a business overview on the 6th of January. I'd love to put you down to come and join us, have a little bit of a chat. We're going to put the speakers up in the next few days so you can begin to promote the speakers and get your prospects excited about it and feeling comfortable about it. But when you say, can I pop your name down for it? I know you won't be disappointed. They're going to say, yeah, okay. Another one, another one, another name, another name. And these people you're going to keep in contact with all over the Christmas and New Year period. Little notes, little voice messages. Because once someone says yes, they want to come on to the event in January, you just keep in contact with them, sending them little bits of information. Sometimes they say, I don't really have the money to start a business right now. Well, you say, I completely understand, and that's one of the main reasons that I want you to come and take a look at this. And then you go into the example of how to answer when someone says, I don't have the money. Don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it, just say, I totally understand, and that's why we're planning ahead. And they go, oh, no pressure. You see, this is the thing, it's no pressure. It's just promoting an impending event, knowing that the event will recruit for you. This is what you have to understand. The event will recruit for you. You know with confidence that you can put people onto that event. I'm not sure if it's really for me. And you say, that's fair enough. You know, most people feel that way when they first look at it for the first time. And I was the same. But I was open-minded when I was first shown the opportunity. And when I went to look at it, it was way beyond what I thought it was and what I expected. Put your energy into it, put your voice into it. Don't read it like a script. Learn the words. They will reward you handsomely. The overview is just information, Liz. You know, no pressure, just endless possibilities. And you might be surprised at how flexible and how genuine this opportunity is. Can I pop your name down as one of the guests? So that nerves become a yes. And you're probably thinking, oh, Jamie, you make it sound so easy. If you want to be successful in this business, you have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable while you're learning to become fluid with your conversations. Oh, I've tried something like this before, and it didn't work. And I say, yeah, I hear that sometimes, and I totally understand. You know, every company, every mentor, and every system and product are different. So don't fight them, just agree with them, and then point them into the direction of why we are different. Not overselling it, but just giving them an idea that company, products, mentors, systems, they're all different. The way we work is simple and supportive. They don't need to hear all about Rex. They don't need to hear all about our offices. They don't need to know all about polysaccharides and all that words that Holly says that I can't pronounce. Simple, supportive, effective. These are words that they can relate to without feeling overwhelmed. We show people how to succeed part-time around busy lives. People are already busy. So don't bombard them with stuff that's going to make them feel overwhelmed before they've even looked. And then you just say, why not come and take a look? You will know whether it feels different for you and whether it's something that you can get excited about. Shall I send you a link for Tuesday the 6th? And when I'm saying it's them, I'm not at them. Shall I send you a link out for Tuesday the 6th, 8 o'clock? I'll put you down as one of my guests, yes? So that no becomes a yes. So I want you to start looking at your diary for January right now. And I want you to be prospecting right now, understanding some will say yes right now, and want to look at the thread journey now. But you're probably going to have more people say, yeah, I'm busy, I want to look at it maybe in the new year. So we need to be ready for that. So with that in mind, you need to start booking your January now. Remember that all the conversations you have in December are about sowing the seeds and inviting to the online BP. January is growth, inviting, following up, and recruitment. February is growth and duplication, working with the right FPOs and teaching them how to do 4 CCs and duplicate that. And March, my friend, is momentum. You will have enough people in your business in March. Put your business into full momentum, whereby it will take off. You will see the right people beginning to grasp the vision. They're out there doing it. You've got new people joining the team. You have people promoting to supervisor and beyond. And then the second quarter, April, May, June, will go crazy. We call it scaling, based on what you did in January, February, March. But that will only take off based on what you do in December. Does that make sense? You follow me with that? Or you can be one of the average FPOs and wait to get started proper in January. You've got to then have all those conversations, and guess what? You won't have people in the diary probably till the end of the month. And so therefore, you've already lost a month and you're on the back foot. So please stay visible through the month of December. Show your followers online that you have a great time. Show people through your stories and through your posts and through your reels that not only are you enjoying the Christmas festive period, but you're also doing really well in your business. It's that balance of showing people the authentic you, but you being excited about what you are setting up for the new year. And it's just about being creative in the way that you show up online. So what will daily activity look like in the month of December if you want to achieve all your dreams in 2026? Well, we need to get into the habit of having those 2 to 5 conversations a day. Not just sending endless text messages. I'm talking about conversations. And that's why it's important to start now. Because I could ring Liz today and she picks up or she doesn't pick up and I haven't had a conversation with her. I could ring Esther and she doesn't pick up and I haven't had a conversation with her. Do I count that as 2 of my 5? No. I can then ring her back and now picks up and I say, hey, how are you doing? It's Jane. Chit chat, how's John and Esther, family and the boys? And before you know it, we've got a conversation going. No hard sell, no pressure, just endless possibilities. So 2 to 5 conversations or voice notes a day. Sharing the products, because product usage, if you talk to people in the right way, leads to product prospects. And we want to turn our good customers into our prospects as well. And also become a good leader, coach your team. You know, this is about duplication, it's about passing the baton of information to others so they can be fully informed as to what they need to do to achieve their goals and dreams. Now I'm out of time, so I'm going to skip this slide. Oh? No? Go back? Yes, no? Okay. Sometimes people say to me, well, I hear what you're saying, Jane, does it work? All this stuff that we're teaching, does it work? Well, a couple of years ago, one of my team members, who wasn't the best leader in December, we sat down and had a good old heart-to-heart. And I pointed out the error of her ways in a nice way, which enabled her to absorb it, think about it, and prepare to change. And she suddenly got the importance of December. Not switching off, but running her activity alongside her family commitments rather than saying, I'll wait till January. She understood turning a no into no, not now, into a yes for the impending events at the beginning of January. Come January, her diary was absolutely rammed. She had 20, 23, 24 people invited to the Kickstart VP. She had lots of follow-up calls ready to make. She knew that she had a lot of questions to ask, so we coached her on how to follow up, answer the questions, and get people to the point of registration. And in the first 2 weeks of January, she recruited 4 brand new people. And that's kind of where I want you to be. Understanding the impact of what you do or don't do in December. But what was incredible was those first 4 people that were recruited in the first 2 weeks from her activity she did in December, carried her through to have the most incredible first quarter and scale in the second quarter. So, the lesson is, finish December strong. Start January fast, because every conversation you have will pay you back tenfold. You have to understand the ripple effect. You know, every decision, every conversation, every visible action that you take ripples forward into the first quarter of the year. It really, really does. And that ripple effect, you have no idea the impact that you'll have in people's homes as we exit December and go into January. Most people are living lives of quiet desperation behind closed doors. Not quite enough money, not liking their job, stressed because they can't book a holiday, stressed because of debt, worried about their mortgage repayments, worried about what the budget's going to show. We know that people are living lives of quiet desperation behind closed doors. And the one thing that you've got to understand is, you are the hope for the future. However, in order to be the saviour, the hope for other people, you've got to get over yourself. You've got to let go of any fears that you might have. Fears, false evidence appearing real. Fear everything and run. Get over the fears and know that there are people out there waiting to hear from you. Desperate to hear from you. And you just have to talk to enough people to find the ones that are strong enough, courageous enough, brave enough to say, you know what, time to bet on me. I don't want to be stuck in a job working with somebody else the rest of my life. So don't wait for the the moment. Don't wait for January. Don't leave here today and say, that's it, end of the year, forever's done. Don't need to do anything else now, just coast in December. Promise me you won't do that. Promise me? I'm going to forever promise. Promise me you won't do that. Okay. So, December is your launch pad. It's your springboard. The energy, focus, and the conversations that you have between now and the end of the year will actually define the results that you're going to get in the first quarter. I wish for you a highly successful end of year. I hope that you will be sharing in your teams with your uplines, your downlines, how many people you got invited onto the BP on the 6th of January. Because the man or woman that has the most people on that BP, which is going to be amazing, we're going to take it up a level. Your guests are going to love it. The people that invite strongly, powerfully, follow up, have those conversations are the ones that are going to change their lives as we go into 2026. You know, being successful, being in business, being there forever, it's all about timing. And you could not be in a better place, with a better company, with better products, with the most lucrative marketing model in the world of our industry than you could be right now in Forever. I've been in Forever for 30 years, and the opportunity today is as exciting, if not more exciting, than it was when I first started all those years ago. So finish strong, start faster, put your effort into the people that you need to speak to right now. Fill in your diary with the people that are going to come to the meetings, attend the 6th of January, have those conversations, nurture people, and let's make sure that we're going to be in Athens, that for those of you that are not yet manager and going to be managers, and for those of you that want to enjoy all that Forever has to offer, know that you can, and know that Forever will never let you down.
Yes, I can!
So, I'm not going to say good luck, but I am going to wish you great success. And what you learn about yourself and your communication skills and your ability to invite and follow up and recruit in the next 5 weeks will determine how successful you're going to be in 2026. The train to the station is leaving right now. Who's coming with us?